Asterisk if the salt itself goes bad, who will fix the salt? Asterisk. A Bedouin man married a girl from his own tribe, who was well-mannered, polite, chaste and religious. A year after the marriage, the man had a serious quarrel with one of his cousins, which resulted in the man being killed. According to the custom of the tribe, the husband had to leave his territory. He took his wife with him and settled in another tribe. Bedouin men in the new tribe often came to the gathering of the chief of the tribe, where discussions took place and tribal matters were discussed. That Bedouin also joined them. One day the chief passed by the house of the Bedouin. He suddenly saw the wife of the Bedouin. Her beauty took possession of the chief's heart and mind, and a devilish idea came to his heart, somehow to drive the husband away from the house, so that he could be close to the single woman. The chief came to the meeting, where the Bedouin was also present, and said in front of everyone, "I have received news that there are some areas nearby where spring has come. I want for men to be sent there to confirm." He selected for men, including the Bedouin. The journey to these areas was 3 days. On the night of the journey, when it was dark and the people had gone to sleep, the chief set off for the Bedouin's house, where the woman was sleeping alone. As he approached the door, he bumped into a pillar, the sound of which woke the woman up. He said in fear, "Who is it?" The chief said, "I am the chief, in whose tribe you have settled." The woman said, "Welcome. How did you come at this time?" The chief said, "I have been fascinated by your beauty since the day I first saw you, and now I desire your closeness." The woman said in a calm and firm tone, "I have no objection, but there is one condition. There is a riddle. If you solve it, you will get it, whatever you want." The chief happily said, "Whatever bet you want, I accept." The woman said, "When there is a risk of meat spoiling, salt is sprinkled on it. But if the salt itself spoils, who will fix it?" Then she said, "You can ask for help from anyone you want. If you bring the answer, your wish will be fulfilled." The chief went back to his residence, surprised and worried. He thought all night but could not figure out the answer. The next day, in the assembly, he said loudly, "When meat starts to spoil, salt is sprinkled on it. But if the salt itself spoils, who will fix it?" The people gave different answers, but none of the answers could satisfy the chief. Among them was a wise, knowledgeable, and religious man who was sitting silently. When everyone left, that man remained sitting there. The chief said angrily, "Why didn't you answer my question?" He said softly, "I wanted to talk to you in private." This riddle was actually a riddle of Imam Sufi, and authority verse of a poem goes, "O learned ones, you are the salt of this earth. If the salt itself goes bad, who will fix?" The people gave different answers, but none of the answers could satisfy the chief. Among them was a wise, knowledgeable, and religious man who was sitting silently. When everyone left, that man remained sitting there. The chief said angrily, "Why didn't you answer my question?" He said softly, "I wanted to talk to you in private." This riddle was actually a riddle of Imam Sufi, and authority verse of a poem goes, "O learned ones, you are the salt of this earth. If the salt itself goes bad, who will fix it? I think by Allah, He knows best, that you wanted to seduce a pious and chaste woman with bad intentions, and she stopped you with honor, without humiliating you. She saved her honor, her husband, and your position. And through this riddle, she wanted to show you the right path while saving you from shame." The woman meant that the men of the tribe are like salt. If any of them goes bad, the chieftain fixes him. But if the chieftain himself goes bad, who will fix him? You should have been an example. If the leader himself goes bad, those who follow him are also ruined. What the woman did is not weakness, but a sign of wisdom, understanding and honor and dignity. When the chief heard this, his heart trembled. He was ashamed, regretted his action and said, "You have spoken the truth. Cover up my mistake. May Allah cover you in this world and the hereafter." Message of the story: take the company of wise men, not of fools, because wise men grow, and the words of one wise man can stop 1,000 deaths.